I found this picture on the website. The left side, we can say that those soldiers are killing people. On the right side, we can say that they are saving people. This interesting picture indicates that how the media use pictures to manipulate people. The same picture can be used differently to support different news stories. A survey conducted by Duke East Asia Nexus is called China Through American Eyes 2010, survey of American public attitude towards China. Let's have some numbers. There is 80% of Americans agree that China withholds political rights from its citizens. 78% of Americans answer that even if the meeting between President Obama and the Dalai Lama has worsened the relationship between China and the United States, the United States President should still meet with the Dalai Lama. 75% of Americans felt that Tibet is an independent country. 77% of respondents said they are interested in the news stories about China, but only 80% of them have visited mainland China. Another interesting thing is that only 1.6% of Americans know that China's current president is Hu Jintao. Only 1% of Americans could identify the current prime minister as Wen Jiabao. Those numbers mean that only 80% of people really have some experience in China, and only 1 to 2% of people knew something about the Chinese political system. For most people, they never visit China and have a profound understanding of China, but they made some judgments on China's political issues. Is that kind of a bias? If they are really interested in China, then why don't they just go to China and see what's going on there and talk with some people to find the information gaps between United States and China? I went to Tibet in May, and I personally think people in Tibet don't want to separate from China. Most people I talk with, they really appreciate what they had now. Chinese government offered a lot of good policies to help Tibet developing so that people can get away from poverty. So, do people in Tibet really want to separate from the mainland? I will leave the question for you to discover if you have a chance to visit Tibet. During the service, they found out that television, newspaper, internet, radio is where Americans get the news about China. Now, technology has been improved so that the world has been connected. However, that makes the media really powerful. Media can control people's minds, and the media may distort the truth a little bit if it's necessary. Those media should stop being biased because they have the responsibility to tell the society the truth. Also, we should be careful when we make some judgments by using the information from media, because your judgments may be wrong and you are unconsciously judging other people or being biased. So I would suggest people to travel other parts of the world, because we will discover the truth by ourselves, and you will think critically based on what you see. And remember, what you have seen is always more reliable than what you have heard. At the same time, I think all the media should take their own responsibility and give the truth freedom to the world, accept all the different voices, not just from North America, but also from other parts of the world. Thank you.